Everybody, thanks for joining me. This is Kay back at it with a new video. Today I want to talk about a really popular YouTuber that makes great content on YouTube. His name is Bounty Hunter D. He's a bounty hunter and he also repossesses cars. And that's what I want to talk about today. Bounty Hunter D, I believe he worked out of California, and then now he's in Florida. So if you're behind in your car payment, make sure you pay up because Bounty Hunter D will be looking for you. So let's get into the video. When I first started watching Bounty Hunter D repossess cars, and he does a lot of other things too, but my favorite content from him is when he go out and repossess cars. And so everything started out quite innocent, right? Let me see if I can get a little bit more light. Okay. So, everything started out quite innocent. He would go out and he would repossess the cars. But the way he did it was he wouldn't just go out and just hitch the car up and then take off because you don't have any content if you did that. So what he would do was he would allow the person that owned the vehicle to come out and go back and forth with him on him taking a car, he's not taking a car. And it was all innocent. In the end, he would always wind up with the car. Good guy always wins, right? And to his credit, that the people were behind on their car payments. They was behind like 4, 5 months. I didn't think that they would even let you go that far, let alone people would be complaining about you taking my car. I mean, if I was behind like 4, 5 months on my car, I would just, here you go, see you later. But that's not what I want to talk about. It's because, again, he wouldn't have any content. So the people would go back and forth. In the end, he would get the car. So then to kind of spice it up a little, he started having these females work with him. And they would be, in little shorts, almost revealing tops and stuff. And they would get all up into people's faces. You know how they do. Da, 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 da. We taking this car. Da, 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 da. And what really amazed me is how they would get it in some of these men faces doing that. And the only thing that stopped them from getting knocked down was Bounty Hunter D. Because, he was the protector there. So, and it was still entertaining. I mean, no one got hurt. The women didn't throw any punches. So, it was just a lot of, chatter from a woman. And he was always the sensitive one. He would let them, da, 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 da. And then he would come out and say, well, hey, this is what you owe. This is who you got to see. Blah, blah, blah. Which is all good, right? Okay, so fast forward. So he repossesses this white guy car, and he's like a kind of buff white boy. And, the white boy put up some resistance, just like most of the other people. And they was ready to go toe to toe. And finally the guy broke down and said, hey, I'm not like that. It's just that I'm living out of my car. And this is all I have, all my belongings. And so that's why I came at you like I did. So D kind of gave him some slack and said, hey, get on your knees, apologize to my wife, and then we'll talk more. The guy did that. He was man enough to get on his knees and apologize to Bounty Hunter D and say, hey, I'm sorry, for calling you out your name. I'm sorry for talking to you the way I spoke with you, Bounty Hunter D. And they became friends. So Bounty Hunter D said, I'll tell you what, I'm going to let you keep that car, but you're going to earn it by working with me because some of the people that I try to repossess their cars, they want to put up some resistance and, you look like a guy that can handle himself. And until you pay off your car for me, your work for me, just to keep me from getting in these confrontations. So, I mean, that sounds good, right? You throwing the guy a bone, he get to keep his car. Plus, repossessing cars is dangerous. It's been articles that people actually get shot trying to repossess a car, or stabbed or whatever. So it made sense. Now here's the twist to this. So then when he bring the white boy on, uh, they still went with the same script. But then all of a sudden, Bounty Hunter D went from Bounty Hunter D to Gangsta D. So now what they're doing is they're literally attacking the people and taking the keys or whatever they're doing. And in most instances, it's not even necessary. The people aren't even at that point where you have to put body on them. And the last video I saw, it got so bad that they banged on his door like they was the police. And then when the guy opens the door, they takes him and yanks him out the house. And then they shake him down for the keys. And then not only do they take the keys in the vehicle for their time and services, they take the barbecue grill and some other things. Now, no offense to Bounty Hunter D, love the guy, love his videos, but is that kind of crossing the line a little? And is it assault? Because now you're moving from taking the car like you're supposed to now you're actually throwing people to the ground and taking possessions that has nothing to do with the car. Now if I was like the people that Bounty Hunter D or Gangsta D is going out taking the cars for me, I probably would be a little nervous now. Because don't that sound like a lawsuit? If you own the car and he comes out to get it, right? But do I supposed to get roughed up? Do I supposed to get yanked out of my house? Do I supposed to get thrown to the ground? Do they supposed to take other possessions? Isn't that like something that the loan sharks did in the day? They probably still do it. But that smells like a lawsuit to Bounty Hunter D as well as the person he's working for. Let me know what you think about that. Again, being a repossession guy, towing cars is a dangerous job. But isn't it even more dangerous when you provoke the situation? And then, like I say, what if I own Capital One or something? I probably would be a little nervous with the guy that's representing me coming out, yanking somebody out of their house and throwing them to the ground and bullying them and then take their possessions with the car. Now, I understand the car, but what about all the other stuff? Let me know what you think. Again, this is Kate, back at it with a new video. Take care, guys.